Really helpful.
Food for the senses.
Chilled. Fantastic at giving advice. I know that's not a word, it's a phrase.
Smiley.
Taylor Mac.
Salvatory. This is the food thing.
Stylish.
Accent. Absent. But nice. No.
Cycling.
Cycling.
Bicycles.
A rooster group.
His laugh.
Passionate.
Enthusiastic. Bex.
Go Island.
Goatee Island.
Brain.
Enthusiastic.
Tea.
Tea.
Cups of tea.
Approachable.
Cool.
I love you, Tim.
Babies.
Cuddles.
Relaxed.
Scrubby.
Brilliant.
Daddy. That was a slip, that was a Freudian slip.
One word to describe Jane is enigmatic.
Sorry.
Laugh.
Best laugh ever.
Bubbly.
Loud.
Kooky.
Thank you so much for all the help you've given us over the past 3 years. You're excellent and none of us could have done anything without you.
Thank you so much, Lee, for all your help.
Thank you for helping me put up lights. Thanks for teaching me.
Thank you for being a great employer and sorry for leaving everything to the last minute. But I always do.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank you very much for helping with my mirror fill.
Lee, thank you for trying to teach me any kind of technical or practical thing that would help me in these 3 years.
Thank you for always being willing to show us things.
Thank you so much for all the help you've given me over the years. It's been absolutely fantastic. You're a really amazing guy, and thank you very much for paying me whilst we do it. That's fantastic.
Thank you so much, Lee, for all your help.
Really, everyone's going to say something about lighting, but I'm going to say that I remember the time you brought your Chihuahua dog and we realised you were really cute.
Lee, thank you for being good at everything that I am not good at and for teaching me the difference between a nail and a screw.
And I'm really, really glad I know how to use a security chain now.
And just for teaching basic physics, e.g. basic laws of how shadows work.
I'm still really frightened to go up a ladder.
Lee, do you know another word for steel deck in his rostra?
I feel like Lee is our very own fountain of workshop theatre knowledge, and you're always willing to share it with us, which is very nice of you, so thank you very much, Lee.
I wish I could go back and relive the whole 3 years, and then in the 3rd year when some of the girls made that group called Sam Franklin is Ridiculous, I wish instead of just putting a picture of Butler being sick on her feet on the workshop Studio 1 door, I wish I'd inflated them and put them all around the campus.
We were doing sort of an all-weekend rehearsal down in Studio 1, Studio 2, and Tim had told us a story about sort of druggies outside the front of the theatre, like breaking in.
We were convinced that Studio 2 was haunted, and we refused to stay in there like later than about 8 o'clock because we thought that the ghost was going to get us.
I can tell you everybody's intimate relationship stories and sex stories. A particular favourite moment was when we were talking about the act of anal sex, and I said it's just like a poo backwards, and Lee Daly walked down the steps at that point and looked at me strangely.
Performing the past again, I was dressed in my top hat and coat and had a big stick, and I also had my guitar on it towards the end of our performance. And we led the audience over from the grass outside to the band, singing this ridiculous song about I can be free. And we got into the band at one time, and just as we got to the Rupert Beckett Lecture Theatre, 3 really burly men came out and started pushing all of our audience back, and we're a bit confused. And it turns out that it was the ex-Iraqi defence minister, and they thought we were protesters, and that was the only exit that wasn't guarded. It was quite fun.
I now have an avid hatred for gingerbread men, because during our performing in the past, we had to get lots of icing and the audience drew on the gingerbread men, and we practiced so much with eating them and decorating them, then eating them and breaking them, and now I just cannot stand them when I see them in bricks.
I absolutely loved doing performing in the past. It's when I really got to know my casters with Philippa and Becca and Anna and Kay, and absolutely loved it, and they were all very excited about the puppets I made, and they thought it was a freak, I'm just glad about.
What will I miss most? Dipping my finger into this chocolate thing and eating it.
When we asked Lourdes if she was looking forward to seeing our performances, and she said, to be honest, I haven't really thought about it.
I think I have to mention when we went out clubbing together and Andrew Bonsall suddenly asked someone to hold his drink and clear the space on the dance floor, and did the crab gym move like that in the middle of a club.
It was during our performing in the past, and we had a rehearsal under the influence of alcohol to sort of get our creative juices flowing further, and it definitely worked.
Muff and Angie, Maglassi Muff and Angie, demonstrated to us about something being contagious. Went a little bit like this. And then the thing came in, and it was contagious! 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 And everyone just went.
Best choose quote is Jane. She said, I used to work for that theatre company once, but then Maggie Thatcher came into power and I had to flee to Africa.
When Tim said in performing the past, don't worry, I'll sort out all the pies, and I thought it was funny because I thought he would sort them out.
All the time sitting outside smoking with all the other smokers in Jane.
I think it's a moment, and it's the first time I've heard Tim swear, because it was so... I'd been waiting for it to come for so long, and then he just suddenly swore, and it was like a revelation. The man's a legend.
My best tutor moment was with Tim a few weeks ago when he had us do a drawing workshop and scared me to death, because I managed to prove to everybody I can't draw with proof of this horse that I drew especially for everybody, and made everybody laugh him out.
I don't know about quotes, but I must say it's been really good when I've needed either references or passport signatures and things like that, and everyone's just been really eager to help.
It was interesting when we showed Tim our first ever workshop for performing in the past, and it was abysmal, and all he said at the end was, interesting.
Lourdes running to hide behind the curtains to set off bomb noises, and then running back out and telling us that a war was going on, and ducking back behind again to set them off again.
Maybe driving to Bradford in that van, and we got lost in the ghetto, and Steve kept stalling and getting really angry at everyone.
The one specific moment was we were doing a workshop with Lourdes and Steve, and a group had just finished doing a performance, and Steve turned to Lourdes and said, so, what did you think? And Lourdes, in typical style, she went, yeah.
When Mark gave us red wine in seminars and cake.
In the first year, Tim Skelly had somehow arranged us into an image, probably doing something Shakespeare-ish again, and he just sat there and went, brilliant, that looks like a golden cum shot moment.
Actually, it's not really a favourite tutor quote, it's when someone does a certain impression of one of the tutors. I can't say.
I don't know, Lourdes. Is it illegal? Do you think it's illegal, Lourdes? Lourdes? Maybe it's illegal, maybe it isn't. Why don't you try and see?